Hi guys, please hit the subscribe button and enjoy the content. Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about the Tyranid Combat Patrol, or as it's called, the Varden Gash Swarm. Now, currently, if you go on the Games Workshop website, you cannot actually buy this new Combat Patrol, even though they've given the Combat Patrol list for it, the Combat Patrol Tyranids, the Varden Gash Swarm. The box set is not available. However, you can get the box set if you've bought the Leviathan box, because the new Van der Gash Swarm is made up of miniatures from the Leviathan box. Yes, I've got the Leviathan box because also in that box is the new Space Marine Combat Patrol, so I'll be able to put that one together as well. However, I'm going to show you the miniatures now, the sprues for the Van der Gash Swarm, which is the Terror of Vandergast, the Psychophage, 20 Termagants, Barb Gaunts, and Von Ryan's Leapers. So let's quickly have a look at the sprues. Okay guys, so here they are. This is the sprues for the Tyranid Combat Patrol. So we'll start off with the main one, which is this bad boy, which is the Terror of Vandergash himself, which is one of the new miniatures from the Leviathan box and also in the Combat Patrol box. And then we've got the Psychophage. Let's move them over there. The Psychophage, which is a big old chunk of plastic, but I thought it would have been more components, to be honest. There you go, there's that one. And then we've got Von Ryan's Leapers. There's 3 of these on the sprue. Next up, the Barb Gaunts, and you can spot them because they've got the barbs on the back. So there's 5 of them on the sprue. And then we've got 2 identical sprues. Each one contains 10 of the new Termagants. I'll put that over to give you a total of 20. And I shall be putting these together, and yes, for another Combat Patrol. And I'm probably going to paint them in one of the new Tyranid paint schemes to go with the Leviathan set. So there you go. So that's it. So there's 20 Termagants, 5 Barb Gaunts, 3 Von Ryan's Leapers, 1 Psychophage, and big bad boss man, the Terror of Vandergash. So there you go guys, that's all the sprues that were going to be in the new Tyranid Combat Patrol box when it's released. As I say, if you want them now, you can get them from the Leviathan box, which is still available, I believe. Okay guys, so let's have a quick look at the index cards for Tyranid Combat Patrol. So first off, we'll look at the main man himself, the Terror of Vandergash. He's quite fast. He's got a 12-inch move. Toughness 5, 4-up save, 6 wounds, leadership 7, obvious control 1. His weapons, he has no ranged weapons. He's only got melee weapons, so he has to get in close to do any damage. He's got the prime talons. Is obviously melee weapon. 6 attacks. Weapon skill 2+. That's good. Makes it easier for him to hit. It's strength 6, AP -1, and 2 damage. His abilities, he's got deep strike, which means you can put him in reserve and you can come in at least 9 inches away from your enemy. Can be good, can be bad, depending on how good you are at rolling 9 up for your charge. Otherwise, you're going to have to, if you want to deep strike him, you're going to have to deep strike him and hide him somewhere. Factions, he's got Shadows and Warp and Synapse. And then he has the rule Death Blow. So if this model is destroyed by a melee attack, if it has not fought this phase, roll d6 on a 4-up. Do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight again after the attack unit has finished making its attacks and is then removed from play. So if you do deep strike it, and you fail your charge, and they charge you and kill you, then at least you're going to get your 6 attacks in before he's removed from play. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. So next up, we look at the big bad boy, the Psychophage. How he's got a movement of 8, toughness 9, 3 up save, 10 wounds, which is quite a lot. Leadership 8 and object control 3. Again, that's a good object control value. His ranged weapons is a psychotastic torrent. So sounds like it's a flamer. Ignores cover and it's got torrent rules. And again, range 12, d6 attacks. And because it's a flamer, you don't need no ballistic skill because it automatically hits. Strength 6, AP -1, and damage 1. Melee weapons, it's got talons and beaten tactile more. Range, well, it's melee. So it's d6 plus 1 attacks, 3 up to hit, strength 6, AP -1, 2 damage. Not bad if you roll well. You could possibly have 7 attacks going in there. Strength 6, AP -1, 2 damage. If you really roll well and they really roll bad, it's possible to do 14 wounds there. Not too bad, I suppose. His core abilities: deadly demise 1, feel no pain 5 up, which is good. And he's got faction synapse. Feeding frenzy, so each time this model makes a melee attack that targets a unit that is below its starting strength, add +1 to the hit rolls. If that target unit is also below half strength, add 1 to the wound roll as well. So that gives you the bonus to hit and wound if you attack something that's below half strength or damaged. He's got a keyword monster as well, so you probably won't be able to hide him anywhere. Next up, it's the Termagants. So let's have a look at the Termagants stats. So they've got move 6, toughness 3, 5 up save, 1 wound, leadership 8, and object control 2. Range weapon is a flesh borer. She's at 18-inch range, 1 attack, 4 up to hit, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Melee weapon is the claws and teeth. Again, 1 attack, 4 up to hit, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. And then you've got the patrol squads rule. So this seems to be something that's on the data sheets for the combat patrols, where you can split a squad into 2. So at this, it says here, at the start of the clear battle formation step, before the units have been set up, you can split into 2 units of 10 models. So you can split it up into 2 instead of having one big group of 20. And again, faction synapse, and then the abilities skulking horrors. So once per turn, when an enemy unit ends a normal, advance, or fallback move within 9 inches of this unit, if this unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can make a normal move up to d6 inches. So you can move away if you wanted to preserve your ability to attack. And then these are a battle line unit. So for normal games of 40k, they can be taken as your battle line, as your compulsory draw. Okay, so next up, let's have a look at the Barb Gaunts. Now these are move 6, toughness 4, save 4, wounds 2, leadership 8, object control 1. Range weapon is the barb launcher, blasting heavy. Now heavy's good. Heavy gives you +1 ballistic skill if you don't move. So range 24, d6 attacks, ballistic skill 4, ballistic skill 3 if you haven't moved, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1, and the melee weapons as surprise enough, claws and teeth. So this is 1 attack, weapon skill 4, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Their abilities are, they've got the faction synapse rule, and then they've got disruption bombardment. So in your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, select one enemy infantry unit that is hit by 1 or more of those attacks. To the end of your opponent's next turn, that enemy unit is disrupted. While the unit is disrupted, subtract from the move characteristics, subtract 2 from the advance and charge roll made for it. So that's really good. So if you know your enemy's got a close combat unit that's going to charge you, you can shoot them with the barb guns, and if you hit them, then you can manage to reduce their move and charge range by 2, which is useful. Last up is Von Ryan's Leapers. And these are quite fast. Move a 10, toughness 5, 4 up save with a 6 up invulnerable save, 3 wounds, leadership 8, object control 1. I noticed most of the stuff is leadership 8 actually, which is quite good. Melee weapons, Leapers Talons. So again, it's melee only, so it's close combat only, which of course it would be because they are Tyranids and they like to stab and eat you. So it's 6 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 5, AP -1, and damage 1. And the abilities are fight first, infiltrators, and stealth. The faction is Synapse, and the ability is pouncing leap. So you can target this unit with heroic intervention stratagems for 0 command points, and do so even if you have already used the stratagem on a different unit this phase. That's good. So it means you can get to use your heroic intervention stratagem with 1 unit, and then if the unit you're using to protect with the heroic intervention gets targeted again, you can then, if these are in range, use the heroic intervention on these as well for 0 command points. So that's interesting. Okay, guys and girls, that's the index cards from the Tyranid Combat Patrol, the Vandergast Swarm. Hope you find it useful. As I say, the box is not out as yet, and I don't know when it will be released. If you want the miniatures, if you want to play this Combat Patrol, then you can get the miniatures from the Leviathan set, which is what I've got. That set also has the miniatures for the new Space Marine Combat Patrol as well. So if you haven't got them and you want them, it's worth getting them. Remember, the Combat Patrols will come out for about £85–95 each. So you're looking at under the 70 quid there, where the Leviathan set, you should be able to pick one up for about 130. So if you're going to get the 2 Combat Patrols, the Leviathan box is a way to go. You also get extra miniatures in it that's not in the Combat Patrol. So it's a good buy. It's worth the money. Thanks very much for listening to me waffle. See you all next time.